Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Count Christo. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. We are playing the wonderful Imperial British campaign, and in the last episode in December, although I think we started earlier, in December of 1947, let's call it October, we launched our first major successful European naval invasion. Spain fell. The weak underbelly of Europe was in fact the weak left leg. And we cut our way in here. Things are going very well. We are experiencing massive victories in the air, even while badly outnumbered. My goodness me, we've killed 1,600 enemy support planes. That is absurd. So we're doing extremely well on casualty ratios. The Italian Air Force must be... Oh, yeah, baby. The Italian Air Force only has about 6,000 at most planes left in it. A staggering loss. They had 20,000 not that long ago. That is excellent. As the last people are driven out of Galicia here. This is Galicia, right? Yeah. We will see heavy casualties inflicted as our mighty raiding wolf packs on the seas cause problems for them. That's what I like to see. I think it's another screen. You can hop in there. Good. We have got both our main strike forces exercising right now, because I just want them to keep doing that. There goes La Coruna. Nice. I just want them to keep doing that, and then we will have enough naval experience to keep getting nice bonuses on our training time, on our research times, and all that good stuff. Alright, we've established a very nice defensive line here. It could be better. We could have that air base. So I'm not done. What could we do next? I mean, Barcelona would also be a good get. It's a big air base over there. That would further cripple their ability to have any kind of decent mission efficiency when operating in this region. We are likely to hold this region for a long time. I'm going to build so much anti-air, you won't even believe it. We're going to build more air bases. We're going to kill the entire Axis Air Force over Spain. That is the intention. That is what we're going to do. We've got room up here for some planes that will be better positioned to operate here. I think we will want to begin re-establishing some of our coastal plane deployments. Some of you guys can probably hop up here further north, get a better efficiency, although they have got full range very nearly. Some bad CAS maybe could slot in here. It's good CAS, but still, we just want to make sure we're getting full range on this whole area. We're not looking superb on fighter numbers right now. I could do with maybe a few more factories dedicated to fighters and CAS. Yeah, we're looking glorious on Amtracs. Cromwell DDs we've got absolutely plenty of, so I'm going to reduce down on that. We've got an aluminium shortage, but we can meet that quite easily with a sizable increase in imports from America. Speaking of aluminium shortages, there's probably somewhere else I can develop that will give me some aluminium. I am seeing the one in Spain, but that's not really enough to merit my attention, honestly. 2 oil there, same deal. Any aluminium over here in India? Not that I can see. We of course have retaken our area over here, which we know has a crap ton of aluminium, so let's get that industrializing. Any aluminium down here? No. Just gonna make sure we've got it all fully upgraded. Oh my god, there's steel down here as well. Only 2 extra steel gonna be gained from that, but hey, every little bit helps the war effort. I think I heard a cooperative ad that said that once. Okay, we are looking at some supply shortages here, limited by local infrastructure, which is no doubt badly damaged. We will be importing from up here. We're going to want good infrastructure all the way across the front. Looks good. Probably more cheaply. Ports are a bit expensive, aren't they? Oh no, actually the same as infrastructure. That's fine then. There's Grand Battle Fleet. Nice. And we'll get Floating Fortress as well. We're going to be fully upgraded I mean, Floating Fortress only gives battleship bonuses. We're not actually using battleships, so I probably won't bother. What we will instead get, some bonuses here. They don't actually give bonuses for for jet planes, huh? With better rocket engines. We might want to use rocket artillery. I usually don't. I usually think just tanks tend to be a better investment. How about an early vampire pickup? That seems good to me. And yeah, lots of easy wins against Spanish fleets out here. Grand. Absolutely grand. Okay, so now they're re-establishing themselves on this front. And honestly, looking at them, we're going to inflict heavier casualties on them just by making them man this front and take attrition than we are actually in combat for a bit here. We are going to dedicate some of our men to port garrisons. We're going to choose those who haven't really shown themselves to be the pinnacle of valor. And this is we're into home in terms of which theatre gets to be commanding the port garrisons at this stage. And obviously many of these port garrisons likely entirely unnecessary, but infantry equipment and units of infantry are not something I'm short on, although that's probably likely to change. So now I think about it, give me another fort of these lot, please. That looks good. And then we'll want enough to fill back out our armies up to 24.
Go, go!
Wow, these guys are getting experienced over there on the Eastern Front. Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong armies. You, my man.
Listen up.
You guys are going to be needed for these port defenses, please. Yep. Perfect. Just one. These are 40 wits, so they're one of them should be more than enough to hold off. I mean, realistically, the naval invasions that are not going to come. The rest of you can just go back to your front line.
Listen up.
And we're looking at a shortfall of 9 of these. So we will have 9 of them hop out in Wales, and then they can go immediately to the front line that needs them. Good. Now we're going to have to hold this front line, of course. It's going to tie up a lot of our infantry, but we are going to make it impenetrable such that we can free up that infantry. Once we've finished building this anti-air, we're going to go with a level 10 fort wall. I'm not concerned with tricking the Germans into a constant offensive here. This is mostly an air grinding front line, which is not something I think I've ever tried before, but I think it's going to work well. There we go. Yeah, easy victory over enemy convoys here. Undefended convoys melting before us. Italy still got a fairly sizable fleet. Germany building more and more and more ships. So we need to keep an eye on them for sure. Let's I could really do with another scouting force in the Med. I haven't got any scouts in here, have I? I've got one. Actually, I've got a few. Let's pop those out and establish another scouting force here. Do you have any scouts in you? Yeah, there's one. Modern scout. Well, he'll be more than welcome down here. And you're a screen. I'll use you anyway. Seems good for now. Okay, let's tone it down on miner production. We are mining at a perfectly good rate, and I'd rather have more stuff on other ships, really. So I'm going to kill 2 of these lines, I think. Is that going to give me a surplus? It is indeed. So give me some more scouts, please. Fabulous. That should be... no, not miners. Convoys. That should be enough. Good. Okay. Bump the speed. Deal with the resistance. And then we'll be good. Good. These guys obviously just need a tiny bit more time to deploy. And then we'll be... on our way to dealing with these guys. They do outnumber us 2-1 on this front. They outnumbered us probably, I'd say, at least 4-1 during the actual invasion. So a 2-to-1 odds in their favor really doesn't concern me. We are going to need to deal with this supply situation. One way we could do it is we could push in a bit more. And I think that's the strategy I'm going to attempt to employ first. Big strike here, followed by an immediate push to Bilbao would be useful. Bilbao, not a good port, but a victory point and an expansion of our control of edge provinces here, I think would be nice. We are struggling to break through. It's mountainous, but looks like their reinforcements may not come in fast enough. Wish me luck. Ooh, one did get in, but they're crumbling. Tank attack here is showing its value, as well as massive damage being inflicted by our close air support. I think if we persist on this attack, we are definitely going to see success. Look at the amount of strength damage being inflicted by our close air support. That's insane. 140 strength damage. That's an unbelievable amount of equipment that they just lost. The attack not ending. Our guys are managing to reinforce in. The 6th Royal Marines coming in there. Their reserves running out substantially faster than ours here. And just look at the amount of strength damage we're doing. This is ungodly. I'm really looking forward to seeing the casualty count of this battle once it ends. I hope it doesn't end early so we can get it all in one battle report. Because this is absolutely insane. Oh, it looks like it is going to end early. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. Well, how did we do? Good God. We did lose 19,000 men, which is quite impressive. But they lost... how do I see? Can I see theirs? Why can't I see? Okay, so the list is just so long. Yeah, they lost 5,000 to enemy ground forces and 10,000 to enemy aeroplanes. Yes, that is outrageous. Ready to move. Let's launch a tank-only offensive. See if that can do a little bit better. No, it looks like the mountain terrain is just a bit too tough for the tanks to punch through there. So an infantry heavy offensive then. Let's see. We can just melt them enough with our CAS that they don't get to reinforce in. Is that our guy commanding just getting wounded? No, it wasn't. That's good. I think with a renewed infantry offensive here, making sure we keep on them. Yeah, they're down to only 10 reserves now. They were at 30 not so long ago. Looks like we are going to break through them. They've got the initiative, unfortunately. I'm not sure why. I mean, they have more planes in the air. Maybe initiative isn't calculated off air superiority, but rather off plane count. That would be my guess. All right, come on. Break them, break them, break them, break them. We're getting very close now. If the battle ends momentarily because our guys retreat, that's not a big concern. Look at the amount of damage we're doing here. It's insane. We could consider putting field hospitals into our divisions, because we are suffering quite a lot of manpower casualties in these fights when we're doing these, grindy offensives into the mountains. It's not surprising. Come on, reinforce. No. Oh well. We can always just start another, and there's only 4 of them left now. Yeah, and the planes are doing all the damage now. Look at that. Look at that. So those 2 fights, we lost 500 in the last one. Much better than previous. Only lost 21 in our initial offensive there. Wow. Whereas they lost 3,000. Let's get some tanks moving in here and rushing straight to Bilbao. And yeah, if they're gonna... The thing about trying to reinforce in here is they're gonna come likely one at a time, which means we can break them extremely easily. Not least because they not only have to arrive, but they also have to reinforce in before they can actually do much. Oh, but they did manage to get a lot into the reserves. Hopefully we can break them before the reserves get to deploy much. Let's take a look. Come on. Come on! Yes! That's excellent news, and we're through the tile. Okay. I would like to encircle these guys. It's not looking like that's going to be doable. I don't like narrow frontage attacks because frontage controls the number of... And by frontage I mean... combat width controls the number of CAS that can get involved. Okay, come on. Just break to my planes and let me take your tile. Perhaps a planning bonus gain here for a second, but even just taking that 1 tile will help out a bit. We need to repair the infrastructure here. Perhaps a pause on the offensive while we do that. wouldn't be such a bad thing. Supply on the east is right on the edge. So what I'm going to do, first off, the marine tanks are going to fall back down here. And I may remove all the tanks from the front, actually. This isn't in the same zone, is it? No. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove those tanks that aren't currently in combat from the front. Because I don't, or at least let's try removing half of them first. Because we obviously don't want to be fighting in bad supply. And we've got plenty of time to build infrastructure and solidify our position here. It's no rush. Okay, we can, I'd like actually to be importing more from Norway than the US if possible. Though I don't want any deficit. Good. Unfilled import requests. The steel from China is causing problems apparently. That's alright, we can fix that. And yeah, I will spend even for bad numbers. The electric torpedo, reducing the chance of them detecting us when we launch our torpedoes, will be slightly useful. Early Valiant seems like a good research option for me right now. We are getting those Marines in, who obviously are going to be very helpful. Mounted infantry unlocked, and I will just keep going down that train. We don't have any 10 wits, do we? We do actually. We have 31. Alright, well, I'll use this template to be my mountaineers. I just want it to be near the top of the list is the thing. We're going to go with probably just a pure mountaineer template. And these guys are going to be useful for holding this front, pushing this front forwards, and for the Greek invasion. They're going to be extremely useful over there. Let's see what kind of bonus we get with 100% mountaineers. We've got a 35% attack bonus in the mountains. And if I was to replace, if I was to throw in some anti-air and some artillery, we're down to a 31% attack bonus. The air defense, I think, is vital. The artillery, less so. So I think we're going to rock this. So we still got... it's the same attack bonus, actually. But that lovely air attack, I think we will rock... We will rock some artillery. Well, what's the soft attack difference? It's only 90. It's only... I mean, it's only 40. It's quite big, though. Breakthrough advantage is nice, too. Yeah, we'll throw in the artillery. Once we upgrade the artillery as well, it's going to be better off. They do want field hospitals and signals. They want recons, though. I guess we don't have the support anti-air. It does crush their attack, but we need the recon. Okay, yeah, you are mountain divisions 40s. Nice. And you are premium units. Available only to holders of the season pass. Yeah, give me them. And if we're actually going to want a serious number of them, I suppose we should reduce our marine count, which is doable. One marine army seems fine. So you guys, well, 1.5 marine armies seems fine. You guys can pull back from the front. And you are going to be, not them. You're going to be these guys, which I can't do because we're at the Special Forces cap. So I guess I'm going to have to switch them first to 20s. And then to these. However many I can do. 7 more. So you 7 are going to be mountaineers. Good. Then you guys are basically spare 20 wits, which I suppose actually we could use to man some of these coastal defenses. That's 3 less new guys we need. Good. There's our military police.
Ready to move.
And let's work on fixing the resistance. We've got probably none in most of these areas right now. But you know what? Let's start being harsh, shall we? I want those local resources. I want those local factories. We're going to switch to a harsh occupation policy against everyone. And I'll send out these military police accordingly. Currently suffering no resistance anywhere, but I think that's highly likely to change. Okay, with the reduced numbers on the front, we are almost under the supply here. And there's a bunch of new factories from all of those extra suppressed people, giving us a huge aluminium shortfall. But that's okay. We got more people to import from. Steel is more of a problem. Is there anything I can build that doesn't have aluminium or steel in it? I think literally no. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these factories. I mean, just give me more sterlings that you can't make. Dockyards. I'd like more scouts as a priority, honestly. A huge number of scout forces would be very helpful. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just need to reply to this text. My beleaguered girlfriend is stuck at work. Okay. Yeah, more screens, sorry, more... Oh, is that the mistake I'm making? I meant to build a scout. Oh, I did. That one was already under construction. It was this one I just assigned. Good. Okie doke. You guys, what are you? Screens? I'll take a few screens for a Mediterranean scout force. Honestly, we are still at 1% here. Like, I don't know what the heck's going on. You guys just convoy escort. Be better. I think it's just the number of convoys. Like, maybe you actually need hundreds of destroyers to maintain this number of convoys through a region. But we're not actually being raided, so I don't think it's a desperate problem. More scouts, please. Good. Short on steel. So let's import if we can. Turkey will give us a little bit more. Once Mexico falls, we'll be able to get a bit more. Who wants to join the faction? Oh, Turkey! Turkey. Turkey wants to join the faction. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Obviously, we graciously accept your offer. And a large number of troops will be deploying with all haste to your service. I'm going to want some tanks too.
Attention!
These guys just came free. Let's have them move to Valencia, and then I will ship them across. Actually, no, let's be cautious here. You guys go to Gibraltar or Almeria, and we'll take the shortest possible crossing across that channel. I'm going to refuse their asking to join just for a moment, because obviously I want to have men pre-deployed. We're going to be able to use these air bases to fight them, the Axis air support in the area. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, they're raiding us all the way out here now. That's not excellent. We need to deploy to stop that. God, 200 convoys being attacked right here. We need to get some guys out there pronto. If anyone knows why these guys are doing so terribly, is it just numbers? Is it sub-detection? God, we're losing so many convoys there. Lost 39 convoys. It's outrageous. Turkey, you willing to export more steel to me now you're in the now you're willing to join the faction? Because that presumably accompanied an increase in opinion or something. Let's just import, however much steel you have, give it to me. It's going to help a bit. Does that fix ships? Not quite. They're so expensive, these screens. Sorry, these scouts. Screens are even more expensive. I mean, the screens are cruisers, so that's fair. But still, seems very expensive. Okay, resistance. Right, of course, in Azerbaijan. Because we are no longer properly garrisoning the region.
Yes, sir.
So you guys, let's be having you over there. Okay, we got... What kind of growth we're looking at? 1%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to handle that. What kind of growth are we looking at here? We've got plenty assigned there. Here, got 0.1%. Send 2 just to be safe. That's fine. Anywhere else? Nope. Oh yeah, Madrid actually. Madrid is currently growing at 3.1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, And then one for luck. Good. Okay, those guys can head off to their new homes. Let's see. Now we have good enough supply. Let's break them here. Just improve the situation slightly. I want to take Bilbao off them. But yeah, they're not going to be able to front nearly a large enough army with these kind of supply numbers on the front. Especially because mine are only going to rise and theirs are only going to decline. No, I will not sign a non-aggression pact with you, Grenchik. Let's be having Bilbao as well. If you'd be so kind. Good. It's gonna just implode to Cass, looks like. Yeah, nice. So they had like a total of 150 organization. It looks like the Cass is doing about, like, I don't know, 25% of the work. It's not bad. It's not great actually, but it's not bad. And they're doing a huge proportion of the strength damage as well. Fresh offensive here. Ooh, looking hopeful. I would love Bilbao. It will reduce the amount of enemy convoys we get to raid because they'll be probably shipping them in through here. But that's a price, obviously, that I'm highly willing to pay. And yes, there goes Bilbao. Superb. Some attempts to reinforce it, but they will be ill-fated in all likelihood. Tiny bit more steel available from Norway, and some more from China. I will take it. I could. I mean, if I improved relations with America, would they be able to give me more? Our trade influence is 188. Base, distance, support for democratic, and relation. So if they had higher support for democratic and better relations, they would give me more steel. So here you go. Improve for relations, and we will boost democratic. We are fighting against a permanent modifier, I believe. No, we're not, actually. We are fighting against this guy, however. But we can at least stabilize democracy support in the US. And by improving relations, we'll get some bonuses there. Okay, Bilbao falls to us. Excellent. Let's drive them back. Just one more step here. Get that frontage massive so we can support huge numbers of... wow, the current total enemy organization is only 40. Now 12, 8, 18, 9, 2 broke. Nice. So you guys obviously going to want to stay in Bilbao. Good. It's going to improve our supply situation. It's going to hurt theirs. All fine and dandy. Let's just get these guys positioned in Turkey. And as soon as the tanks arrive, we're going to do a big push here, I think. I think we're going to try and crush in here because they're not expecting Turkey to join the war. They might join the Allies and then not join the war, but I think it's unlikely. All right, but the Turkish push will take place in the next episode. Things going very well for us. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure to have you with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.